these new stamp sets I just got from the Dina Wakley media line. This one is the Scribbly small birds, and this one's interesting faces. And what I want to do is I want to get some cutouts prepped for my stash, so if I want to make like a quick tag or just have stuff to throw into a journal, I have some pre-painted, pre-made cutouts that I can just grab from a pile and use. So I decided to try to do tonight, because normally I would take these and I might stamp them on just some media paper and color them in with pen. I want to get some funky backgrounds, some washes that I can stamp it on and then cut them out. So I went ahead and I grabbed my small Dina Wakley media journal and I just tore out some of the cotton linen pages. I guess they're a type of linen. These may be like the watercolor pages they're considered. I tore 3 pieces out. One I'd cleaned up a stencil on. And what I did was I already went ahead and I put some white gesso on it just because I want to use Scribble Sticks, and they come out extra smoother when you have the gesso down. So I'm just getting these dry, and then I'm going to go ahead, and I also have the jelly plate set that came out this year. That was the collaboration between Dina Wakley and Dylusions, where you get this larger piece and then you get the 2 smaller ones, a circle one and a little mini rectangle, and I may play with the circle one afterwards as well to add some more background texture. So first I'm just going to make sure that these are dry, and then we'll get to playing. Okay, so I have the Dina Wakley Media Scribble Sticks. This is the second release set. I'm just going to take one of the papers for now. There we go. And I'm going to get my gel plate out. And it still has some paint on it from when I used it last. So that may add some interesting textures. And I apologize for the glare of my ceiling fan. I'm going to go ahead and get this wet to start with. I'm going to grab out some of my sticks here and just start doing some coloring. Get some of that blue, and this is the ocean blue. I'm just getting going here. And then I think I'll throw in some cheddar, because who doesn't love this fabulous cheddar? Just get some yellow spots in here. And some of the other paint is going to come up, and that's okay. And if this dries before I'm ready, I'll just go ahead and re-wet it. And now I'm just going to take my paper, and I'm gonna, and the whole idea is I'm just trying to get some colors started. So see, there's a nice background. I do have a line down the center, so I'm gonna let that run a little, and I'll just flip it and move it around. And I'm getting like some of the pieces of the paint that I had before. Now I'm gonna try to get this side. And there we go. I'm going to go ahead and just clear off this guy. I don't want to touch that. I do want to get some of the paint chunks off. But look at that. A nice color background. I'm going to get that dry. And I think I want to see a little bit more of the blue in it. So I'm going to go ahead and play with my small circle gel plate now. Just going to get some of that blue activated. Like that. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and throw in a little bit of eggplants, because I like the eggplants. Just to get a little bit something else going here. Now this one will be easier for me. Just go ahead, quickly, flip, and I don't mind drips. And I'm just trying to leave some watermarks. Just trying to get color added that wouldn't have been there before. Let this run a little. This time I'm gonna use it without adding water since it's already wet. And I do want to dilute that just a tiny bit because that is a bit strong, the purple. Just adding in some of the blue. And then this time I'm going to take this and just, see, just like that. Now that it's not so runny, I'm just going to keep adding it to get the purple in different spots on here. And then I'm going to go ahead and spritz to make it react a little. And then I want to get it running a little bit again. And it's okay if like I have a darker purple here or other shades here, because once I do the stamping, this won't be what you finally see. Once the stamps are on here, then the stamps are going to be cut out for little individual pieces. So I'm just trying to get a unique background with a bunch of different colors going. And I liked how that circle turned out, so I want to get some of that orange back in here. So I'm going to go ahead and get some of that orange activated again. We're going to do a quick flip and touch and tap and tap, and just creating a really great watercolor type background. Okay, and now it's starting to muddy on me a little bit, so I think I am happy with this one. And you can see, there we go. I'll go ahead and get that dried. Okay, so what I'll do now is while I do the other two sheets, I'm just going to go ahead, because you've seen how I did this one, I'm going to fast forward those, and then I'll come back when they're all dry. back, and these guys are pretty much dry now. So on this one we have some of the gray, the green, and the magenta type pink. On this one I really loved how this combo came out. This was one of the bright pinks with the indigo color, and then a little bit of gray thrown in. And then this one had just a little bit of everything. It had the purple, the yellow, the green. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my stamps out, and I'm just going to go ahead and pick which ones I want to start stamping on. So the first one I'm doing is the girls here. And I think for the girls, I kind of want to use this one first. I feel like this top part and this top part, these will be good fill for the birds. And the girls are a little bit more sketchy, so I need my stamp block. And I don't expect that the print will be perfect because the paper has a lot of texture to it, but I should hopefully be able to get all 4 girls on here, so let's see what happens. I just finished reloading my inker, so hopefully I'll get a nice dark print. I thought about using my tonic stamp platform, but I want just a little bit more control on this one. So I'm going to go ahead and just bring this down. Make sure you can see that. I apologize for the table shaking. And there we go. So when I cut this out, I'll cut out just lightly around it, and this already has some great texture behind it. I'll get the next girl. So this is a great way if you're going to be traveling and you're not sure what to take. You can't take all your favorite stamps with you because, you know, we have limited things we can take sometimes when we travel. You can go ahead and make a bunch of these ahead of time, and then as you're traveling, all you have to do is just kind of pull them out, and you have some already pre-painted goodies that you can just combine in your journal. Oops, got some shadowing on that one. So these will be great when they're all cut out. Okay, the next one. Butterfingers, I dropped that. Okay, let's get this one set up. That always seems to happen when I'm starting to stamp a lot. I get the butterfingers. I'm going to try to hold this up and stamp, so that this way it's not shaking the table on you. Okay, let's see where we're going to put her. Just give it a little wobble. Oh, and I did it again. Maybe I need to use my platform. That's going to be awesome. And then maybe I'll throw a few quirky birds on this one too if I have the room. I love this one with all the great hair. This is just great for tags and journal page fill-ins. Get this one right there. And let's see if I can take this one off this time without dropping it. Put a good grip on it. There we go. I like that. I'm going to open up my quirky birds and put a few quirky birds on there. And I'm sorry, I keep calling them quirky birds. It's the Scribble small birds. And I like this little guy. And I think he'll fit on my mini block. So I'm going to use my little mini block here. Let's get him inked up. He's cute. Great little character. Put him right here. And then what I'll do is I'll let these dry overnight, and then I'll cut them out tomorrow. Look at that. I put a couple of him on there. Put another one right there. And this even makes a cool page in and of itself. Let's see which other. I think I want this guy. It doesn't quite fit, but almost. I like the jigsaw of it. How many can I fit on one page? Yeah, that's great. And then what I'll even do is with like the little scraps I have left in between, I'll just save them and I'll use them somehow on the page as well. There. And then I can maybe squeeze in one more, but I'm not sure. Let's see, yep, I can get one more on there. And there we have it. I have my page with all my stamps on it, and what I do is I make a bunch of these, and then at night when I'm watching TV, I'll sit and I just kind of fussy cut them out, and then I put them in a clear container and I have them for when I travel. So you saw how I did this one. So to speed things up for you, I'll go ahead and do the next 2 pages, but I'll just fast forward through them. Alright, so there we have it. I have 3 great pages already filled in that I can go ahead and cut out, and then I'll have all these for my travel stash. And what I'll be sure to do is at the end of this video I'll do some shots of the before these, and then I'll do a shot once I've got them cut out so you guys can see what they look like. So I hope this gave you some inspiration. I hope it gave you some ideas of what to do with some stamps that maybe you haven't played with in a while. You weren't sure what to do to color them in. And this is a great way if you're stuck on a journal and you're not sure, you've got that white page staring at you, go ahead and reach in your pile of these and just pick out a couple, and maybe the colors in it will start the inspiration for you. So if you like the video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Remember to hit that subscribe button and you'll stay up to date on all my latest video uploads, and thanks so much. Happy crafting!